Oh, I wasn't ready. Hold on. Hey, what's cracking? We back in this thing. Oh man, look, we back in this thing for sure already. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what. Here we go. One more time. Let's see who's in the chat. Thank you guys for coming on your Monday Night Thunder, aka Daniel. Thank you for coming through. Salutes. DW, aka Danny Weshy. This is going to be an epic one, he says. Mexicali Fish Keeper is in this thing. Number 3, Gina's Reef, what's cracking? Misfit Reptiles and Aquatics, what's cracking? Vibes Aquatics, Liquid Zoo. Everybody's up here. Geek Boy, what's cracking? Coventry, hello, 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 Coventry. Mod is in the place. Atkins Nature Aquariums is up in here. Looney Tunes is up in here. Seth B, thank you for coming through. That's Brigham for those that don't know what the B stand for. There it is. Mystery Snail Guardian up in her. Jay Wiggity, aka Jay Watts. I'll be down in Houston soon, man. We're going down the list here. We rocking. Look at Funk. It's 9:05. Fool. P Hard is up in here. That's Patrick Hardy, man. If you don't know, now you know. Dennis Christian is up in here. Or Christensen, sorry. Snoochie Booch is up in here. That's Snoochie Boochies. No, it's not. It can't be Funk's birthday again. He has a birthday every day for some reason, and that's not rocking right now. But we up in here, and you guys know who I got backstage. The man that needs no introduction. We're gonna introduce him pretty soon. Let's get some things out the way first. Let's bring this down a little bit. What's cracking, my people? What's good? Just want to say happy Monday evening to y'all. Hopefully, those who went to work, Melly Mel was cracking, Wayne's Aquatics was cracking. Those who went to work today, hopefully, this evening relaxes you, mellows you out. Listen, get all of your libations and whatever you need to relax you on a Monday night, and let's enjoy the stream, man. You already know what we got going on. I've got the man that needs no introduction backstage. But first, I want to announce my second live stream. I'm one half of a live stream on Saturdays, and it will be Saturdays starting at 8. It'll be at 8 Central Time instead of 9 Central Time. We will be at 8 Central Time. It's me and Danny Weshy, the finest of St. Louis fish keeping, brought to you on YouTube. Again, that's 8 p.m. on Saturdays. Me and Danny Weshy will bring you, as only we can, around the Lou fish keeping. We're talking about going to fish big box stores, going to LFSs together, hitting the aquariums together, and just talking all things fish here in St. Louis. We know that we're not the first place to look at when we start talking about aquariums and fish. We know that the Florida people got it with their bodies of water. We know that Texas got some nice stuff down south in their bodies of water. We know that up north around the coastal areas, you guys got fish, but here in the Midwest, we got some fish too, and we're going to bring it to you in a variety of different ways, like a variety show. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure that you set your reminders. We have one up already for Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Time. FishyBizzAquatics, thank you for coming in. Now, I guess without further ado, we'll bring in the guy that you guys all came to see. The man that needs no introduction. I mean, and he knows a hell of a lot like more than you, or like even if you thought you knew a lot, he knows more than that. And if you think you know as much as him, he knows more than that. He's got uh forget it. He knows your whole history in your secret life of your aquariums. He's none other than Alexander. We call him Alex. A-Town. A-Train for short.
What's going on, Drew? What's up?
Yeah. What's cracking?
That was quite the introduction. I mean, I don't think I can live up to that, but I like the mythology there, man. You
Hey man,
keep the dream alive.
listen, better live up to it. I done told my peoples. Aquamate from down under. He is in the
Oh, what's up?
spot. Australian brother from another mother. Thank you for coming through, Aquamate. So
That,
what's
that's Josh. Is that
yes,
Josh?
that is.
All right. Yeah.
Yep, yep,
What's up, Josh?
yep. So what's up, Alex, man? What's been popping, man?
I had some spine surgery, and that went pretty well. But I'm still limited for, oh man, I guess another 3 weeks until I start physical therapy, and then they'll tell me when I can do things again. But I can't twist or bend
Oh
or
wow.
lift more than like 5 pounds, which is really frustrating when a gallon of water weighs 8 pounds. So I've been trying to follow that, but every here and there I kind of bump up against that. The hardest thing is like I've been feeling like better than when the nerves in my leg were numb, and I had 70% paralysis of the nerves in my right leg from the lightning strike injuries. And so when they relieved that, it started coming back, but the nerves like firing like full pain or full feeling or numb. It's just acting bizarre. And so other than that, like sleep's been kind of bad, and I've been having to take muscle relaxers, which I don't love, but to stop like these twitches in the muscles. Oh, right on.
Right on, Funk. But do he know what the heck you be saying at the beginning of your viz? Because no one else knows what the whatever, Funk. He knows that too, and he knows the history of it if he doesn't know it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alex. Go on.
Oh, it's all good. But yeah, so I mean, like the hardest part is just staying down and not doing, what's past my limits that the
Sure.
doctors have set. And then I don't want to really do physical therapy twice a week, but I'll have to do that in a few weeks. So there's that. But other than that, I mean, life is good. Made it through all right. No complications. Got out that day. Like they said, it would probably be a few days, and got up. I looked it up in my insurance, and it would have been like $14,000, and then insurance would have covered 80% of it. But I'm still not paying 20% of $14,000 to sit for one more night at the hospital. So usually they like wheel you out in a wheelchair after surgery or whatever. But like my wife, they called her and like she's waiting out front, and I just come walking out after that surgery, and she was just like, "What in the hell? Why are you walking?" So
Nuts.
she just closed the door on me too.
Too loud. It happens.
Yeah.
Pepper Creek, thank you. And Jay Ollie, thank you. Aquarium Insider is in this thing. I met them
Oh,
at
right
at
on.
the Shella, man. Very super cool. Super cool.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. That's Dan, right?
uh well, I thought it was like a couple of people. No, it's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Do they do the
Aquarium Insider.
podcast too?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Aquarium Insider is Dan. Consolidated Fish Farms.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. The
Yeah,
Angel Fish Farms. Yeah,
yeah.
right on. Good to see him.
Xana Doodoo. It's cranking. Regina's in here. Zenjin. Been a while, Zenjin. How you doing? Crystal's Pets and Plants is in here. She has a
Everybody's coming
beautiful
through.
granddaughter. Congratulations to you, Crystal. Oh, Mike's Loves Life Aquatics is up in this thing. Man, welcome up in here. Mike's. And Nola's Dolls and Aquatics, thank you for coming through.
Nice.
All right, Alex.
So yeah, other than that, which just money, time, healing, has been a bit of a thing. I've just been having a lot of time to research and study stuff and staying up on papers and new publications coming out in science related to fish and the hobby. But I'm not just interested in fish, so I kind of noodle around looking at a lot of different academic papers and magazine articles and stuff. So it's been fun. I mean, that's the dream for me, is basically, I know a lot of people, it's like their idea of like purgatory or hell or something to have to write a term paper every week, but like essentially that's what my channel is. And I try to do two, if I can, a week with that much info. Write out the outline. It's usually about 6 pages, single space, 10-point font, something like that. So
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
But it's been fun, and I'm hoping to come to some of the events and stuff this year. If I can do a little bit of fundraising and resist buying any more tanks and fish and stuff for the meantime.
Right.
Like the local clubs have shut down in the Seattle area for so long, due to the sickness that's been going on for 2 years, that like all the normal auctions and like buddies that I usually like, Bentley Pasco and like a lot of different friends that are in the fish world, I haven't been able to like get those deals at our local fish club or trade fish, or plants. And so it's while I've made more money selling fish and plants than ever in the last year, I definitely have spent way more too. So yeah.
It definitely happens. What is your latest what was your last biggest purchase?
Probably all the aqua soil for this aquarium right here. It's a new aquascape that I'm doing.
Very nice.
And before that, I bought 2 of these twin star lights, and I didn't. They were phasing them out, and so I was able to get it's a twin star 900 SA 3rd generation, and they're usually $350, but I was able to get it for like $199 if I bought 2 of the lights. So, and that was with shipping included. So I ended up doing that, and then I was like, well, what am I going to do? And so then I got the tank, I think in September, and then I kind of had to save up and get the substrate, got the rocks on my own, and then I went and bought some tissue culture plants, and then Fluval Stratum, Fluval, the company sent me another one of their nano regulator things and CO2 things, and I'm re-reviewing it because I made a video that had I don't know, like 20,000 views 5 years ago, that it blew up on me, and like a piece of it hit me and cut me, and and
wow.
it made I couldn't hear for 2 weeks out of one ear. So I was kind of like, this was made like crap. And so I guess they thought that I'd give it a better review, and it got a better review this time, but I still don't really recommend it. But one of those things where like, oh, you want to send me a free thing? Like, I'm still gonna say my true opinion on it, but sure, I'll take you up on that. That's definitely a perk of the channel growing,
For sure.
So coming up on like 5 years of really doing the channel, really working on putting stuff out every single week and answering every question if I can. But it really, like with the lockdowns and stuff, when all that happened, that's when I tried to spread out more and, get to know more folks like you or Jess at the Aquatic Morning Show, or just reach out and network and talk to more people Whereas up here in the Pacific Northwest, like, yeah, there's a lot of aquarium folks and enthusiasts, but we're all kind of isolated and quiet, you know. So the last 2 years have been pretty fun for the channel, like getting the nerdiest of the nerds and a lot of different professors and just experts on things getting involved and being able to learn from them and their input, like, has really helped and been a lot of fun. So
Look, like I told you when we were talking earlier on the phone, I was like, every time I listen to you, it seems like you just delve even more deeper. There is a guy. It's a channel on YouTube. It's called Crash Course.
oh yeah.
And when I want my students to intro listen to like mitosis or something, I put
Yeah.
the Amoeba Sisters on. It's cartoony. It's it's a little slow. It's really intro. But when they start getting into it, I said, "Hey, it's time to turn on Turbo Nerd," and they be like, "Oh man, he goes too fast, Mister." Nah, Crash Course is Turbo Nerd.
Yeah. Hank Green and what's his brother's name?
It
Hank and
looks exactly like him too.
I know. But yeah, they're definitely like inspirations for me because like when I made the channel, it was kind of like a self journal, like to chronicle just like what I was doing as I was getting back into the hobby after not being able to have tanks just because of living arrangements for a while. And then it kind of turned into like, well, it'd be kind of fun to tie in all these like to talk about stuff that interests me and to use aquariums as an excuse to link it to the rest of the world. Like if you were locked in in a fish bowl or in like a 5 gallon aquarium, how could you talk about different things and what would impact that fishes or the animals in that tank, what impacts their life that humans do on the other side of the world? Like, oh, glass production's changing, and so it's cheap to get new rimless tanks, or the way they are making substrate is out of volcanic ash and this and that. And so the idea was kind of like 7 degrees of separation, like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever,
Right.
how many steps away from any given thing in the world are our aquariums. And beyond that, lately I've been really I love channels where it's laid back and it's clear that the approach is conversational and it doesn't need to get super in depth and nerdy and into scientific details. But on the videos where people do get into their opinions or their thoughts on, for instance, like what's the best way to set up a CO2 system, or like how to dose fertilizers, and nobody ever in our community, it seems like, cites any studies or sources. And with this era of like fake news and just kind of like the political climate we've seen over the last like 3 to 6 years, like whatever, I just feel like, quote unquote, the truth or being able to like vet a source or getting information that's at least trying to be accurate and trying to correct itself is pretty key, especially like when we have science that is applicable or relevant. It doesn't mean like that's the one way to do something, or that you have to do it a certain way, but it is nice to have a baseline of like, okay, they studied this in a double blind test or whatever, and this is the best way to do it. So what's up, Kenny
Very
E?
smooth. Kenny E in the place. Regina said that she saw your last video on your mini
CO2 thing.
CO2. Yeah, she said it was wonky. Or what made it so wonky, maybe.
Yeah,
For a second.
it's the things just aren't very good, honestly. Like, just spend the extra 100, and I know that's not like a small amount of money, but the thing's like $50, and each recharge cartridge is $15, and so it's like just wait until you would have had to buy like whatever 4 extra cartridges and then buy the full system, you know. Even if you just like modify like a paintball container or whatever. But like this little 5 gallon tank, I mean, I got this filled for I think it was $11 at the welding shop by my house, and then the tank I got on Craigslist. It doesn't matter if it's expired or anything, but it's a 5 pound tank, and it's I got it for $20 on Craigslist, like for a home brewer supplies is what they're advertising it as. So I mean, you can look around and find deals on stuff for sure.
It's gonna be dope. That's dope. Fish. What was your last fish buy?
Oh, so I bought two different sets of fish. One was these golden dwarf barbs, which are the little lion, or I mean little tiger stripe guys, and they're Pethia gilius, I believe is their Latin name, and they're just kind of cool. Like I think I might put them in the new aquascape once it's all cycled and settled. But they're kind of a nice one, and I did a little video on them already. But then the other one that is really something special is I got some real wild gold tetras. And if you haven't seen these before, they're a really incredible fish in that, let me clear some of the duckweeds so they can actually shine. But they have a gold reflection, and it's caused by their iridophores. And iridophores are what causes fish scales to be shiny, what causes them to have that silver glow. And what it is it's basically just like if you remember the Dark Side of the Moon album cover, uh, you know, the prism. That is what's going on in each of their little cell pockets on their scales, and it's guanine and guarine crystals in these little clear cells, and they reflect light and UV light really well. Well, it turns out that these ones in the wild, they have a parasite in them. And if you think of something like a lot of like worms, like you know, roundworms and ringworms, pinworms, stuff like that, a lot of those are nematodes. Well, they have a similarly related parasite that goes by trematodes, and trematodes are able to get in the fish, and they actually like hijack the fish so that it twitches and goes towards the top of the water column in the late stages of it. But this fish has co-evolved with that parasite so that it will actually just be a bright shiny gold color. But that parasite actually evolved to make the fish more visible to predators, specifically birds. And then it also makes it depletes it of air and in its blood, so it actually goes and seeks the top of the water column and then starts twitching after 2 or 3 years with this parasite, and then that causes birds to see it, eat it, and once it's in a bird's stomach, it completes the cycle, and then the bird poops again or the dies, and then the fish pick at that's fallen into a river or the water, and you know, there's the full life cycle. But you know, it's kind of like toxoplasmosis, or the one that is famous that a lot of people think of as like the zombie disease, which is in cats, in their feces. You can get it, and a lot of humans have this, and this is why pregnant women aren't supposed to clean litter boxes. But in theory, like they in their waste, they have a parasite that can then take over neurologically the brain of mice and rats, and it causes them to seek out cats and to basically act jerky and twitchy with their nervous system, as well as basically just being completely fearless. And so then the cats eat them, obviously. And they also think that in humans, it causes humans to be fond of cats. And so there might be a myth of the crazy cat lady could have something to do with that toxoplasmosis. But yeah, so it's
I've
kind of
definitely heard
interesting.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost reminds me. I show my students Monsters Inside Me when we get to
Oh, yeah.
when we get to our mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism chapter. Uh,
Yeah.
the relationships, and they're always surprised. It's like it could be something small that gets inside you and just eating you from the inside out. Like leprosy is still a thing. If you step on a dead armadillo and you have an open wound on your foot, and that parasite gets into you to finish its cycle, and you just end up skin umbilical. You hear us? Oh, jeez, don't scare me like that. Are we still good? Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you now. I just went onto Wi-Fi too, or off Wi-Fi onto cell in case it was me. I don't know what happened,
Me, that's first. Bark
but
twice if
any,
you're in Milwaukee.
but yeah, the armadillo parasite or sickness, illness, leprosy. Yeah, I mean, even when they had a cure for leprosy, like there was a culture like on one of the Hawaiian islands. I can't remember which one, Molokai maybe or something, but there's like a community of the people that had lived away from society for so long that they didn't want to like go back to society in the 1970s when they treated them, and so they left it open, like the colony. Kind of interesting. Am I frozen, guys, or is he? I wonder if it's my connection or his. I should be okay on 5G. We shall see what happens here. Or maybe you guys can't hear me. I have no idea. Uh, let's see. Anybody? Anybody? No joke. I wonder if there's some sort of cyber issue going on where they're messing with the infrastructure, US, Ukraine, Russia, back and forth, back and forth. Might be the case. Oh, it's just me now. All right. Well, hello, everybody. We'll see when he hops back on here. I wonder what's going on. Maybe he'll get a hard line or whatever. But so I want to thank him and thank y'all for coming out to watch the show. I hope it keeps going here. Um, and we'll see here what's going on. Oh, I'm getting a text. Let's see if it answers the question of what in the heck is going on.
Um, can you guys see me, hear me now? Anybody? Anybody? Am I in? Um, can you guys see me? Hello? Hello, hello. Oh, okay. Thank you, Dee Dee. Alex, come back. I was just talking to him. Let me see. Alex, come back. Uh, Hey, you guys, Alex just told me some very disturbing stuff about uh, the other country tampering with our tampering with our internet. It's got me thinking maybe that's it. There's, there's been a hit on my net. Oh my goodness. That happened to me in a minute. And look, Funk, I always have the Ethernet cord in, so I'm good on that. I don't know what's going on. So it could be just the weather, man. We went from 80-degree weather down to 56. Now we're down to 32. So uh oh crap. He's probably right here. Damn, Alex, I see you. Hold on.
All right.
My bad. We'll
All
finish this
right.
on my phone. I've got 74%.
All right. Well, we could give that a go. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what's going on? The damn internet's gone crazy.
Yeah, man. Before I blame Russia, I'm gonna blame it on maybe the cold weather. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was looking online. It doesn't look like anything's massively down. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. I would think that they would probably want to, do something towards the Pentagon instead of my house.
Actually, they've been talking about it a lot, and it's in their ability probably to kill like the power grid in certain areas. That it actually happened in Maine and also in Quebec in years past, and they think that that could be considered like a act of war, so they probably won't do like the power grid, but messing with communication satellites and servers and stuff is a real possibility in the near future. So and it's a back and forth game that all the big powers do to each other and then claim that they don't know what's going on. So
Gotcha. What's up, Lori?
yeah,
Where were we? We were talking about your fish at first, right?
we were
The
talking
one,
about viruses and
oh,
symbiotic
parasites.
relationships, yeah, with
Okay.
parasites and the fish, the new gold tetras. But the weird thing about them is they don't pass on the parasite in captivity, so you only get one generation of those beautiful gold, uh, metallic, like very metallic gold fish, and then they turn kind of silver instead and less sparkly. But
Gotcha.
they're pretty
Now,
cool.
I wanted to ask you, did you have any fish regrets? Regret bias. I
Uh,
ask you that because Aquafunk recently put out his video where he has a fish in there that is just tearing stuff up for no good reason, has killed about $250 worth of fish, is
yeah,
in the tank by itself.
I have two that are like that. The the Honduran red point slash convict cichlid. He's like the shape of a golf ball. He'll come to the glass. Hold on, let me feed. He'll probably come to the glass if I feed him.
Aquafunk says Putin wants to take out FishyBizzAquatics. So everybody wants the hot spot for themselves.
Yeah. So he'll probably come out in a sec, but he's like a friggin' softball and he's just a monster. He eats every fish that he can.
Oh, wow.
And I got him at the Portland when I went down to Portland to speak. And yeah, here he comes. He's just I call his name is Chubba Lumpkins.
His name is what?
Chubba Lumpkins, because he's just a pig and he's just like round. And I thought he was this beautiful little fish when I first got him, and he was only like half an inch or three-fourths of an inch long and real cute. It's a fire and ice convict or sometimes parrot. It's a hybrid. It's the only hybrid I have, cichlid wise, and yeah, it's just a monster, and it kills a lot of. It's killed a lot of my guppies, and it's killed a few tetras, and it's just a monster. I think I'm gonna put it in my haplochromis tank, and those things are 8 inches long, and they'll teach it some manners.
Oh, man.
So, but that's
Um,
one I regret a bit.
it's all right. Those regrets seem to stick around, and they just end up getting their way anyway, huh?
Yeah, he's just getting bigger. And it's weird because I've got a female and she's like teeny and skinny and staying like kind of cute looking.
Hmm.
Uh, he just looks like a troll. Yeah, exactly. It's a half convict,
Half blood parent.
Honduran,
Yeah.
Honduran Red Point convict, and then half parrot. Yeah, but that's one. Another one, maybe. So Lawrence Kent, who is uh, a pretty
Okay.
well-known fish speaker and fish enthusiast. He lives in Seattle, and he went and he
Please,
actually.
somebody block.
Oh, we got someone messing around.
Dude, I can't even block. Somebody block. Can I do timeout at least?
I can't even see the chat right now.
Man, I'm getting all errors on my stuff. Jesus Christ.
I've been
All
getting a
right, go
lot of
on.
bots, in my chats lately
Yeah,
that
it's,
are
so,
like
it's crazy, man.
just spam and like messages in all caps. Drives me insane.
The dude, the dude named himself "I rate little boys and girls." Like,
Oh
that's
my
like
God.
all out of control. Somebody
What?
get that out of here for me, please.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even understand why YouTube allows that. They friggin' flagged me for saying the word dwarf cichlids as being prejudiced.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, actually, they've fixed it now, but like about 2, 3 years ago, whenever I typed like dwarf shrimp or dwarf cichlids,
Sure.
uh, it would blacklist, shadow ban the video or straight up tell me like that was the word that I needed to remove uh, in order to make the content like approved or whatever. And I was
Gotcha.
like, it's in the actual name of the thing. Like, what am I supposed to do? So, yeah.
Oh man. So yeah. So total tanks. How many?
Uh, I'm at 30 right now, I think.
How many
29 is
planet?
good.
How many planet?
Oh, I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have a single one that's not planted. Yeah.
Uh, all CO2'd or no?
Um, 2.5 have CO2 right now.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, my main big one in the living room has it, my 50 gallon, and then a 25 gallon next to it has it also, and then
Okay.
this one right next to me now. But those two tanks in the living room, they share the diffuser. So every day at 4 p.m. I just put it in the other tank so that they trade off.
Gotcha. Well, I
Yeah,
tell you what, I'm looking at that time, man, and I know I'm on my phone, but
it's flying.
I'm pretty sure we can rock out. And let somebody let me know in the chat what time is it.
I'm
Thank you,
seeing.
Lori. Once the busy fish chat lets me know what time it is for you, then I'll let loose the dogs of war and cry havoc.
All right. Yeah, looks like it's around 43 after.
That's right. It's 43 after for you. But Fish Dreams has it and Danny Weshy has it right here. It's time for the hot spot.
Oh.
The hot spot where the spot gets so hot. Let's set fire to it real quick one time.
Oh,
There
dang.
we go.
Need
Let's
some
heat it up,
preparation
baby.
age.
And then let's give them a little of this, y'all.
Welcome to
Yoga fire, yoga flame, yoga fire, yoga flame, yoga fire, yoga flame, yoga fire, yoga fire, yoga fire, yoga flame, yoga fire, yoga flame.
That's right. Welcome to the hot spot where the spot gets so hot and you are here and it's your time, baby. Let's get it.
That was man. I mean, I've seen it before, but I've never been a part of it like that, and I'm sweating.
You haven't begun to sweat. We're about to rock it out right now. But before we do, I got to give you the little spiel that I give to everybody that's in the hot spot. FishyBizzAquatics and the secret history in your aquariums. It's going to be a crazy one. And they done booted me off my laptop. I'm on the cell phone. So there's a lot of live streams on Monday night, but they ain't doing it like this. This is going to be your favorite one. And guess what? I'm not going to play with them. So let's get it. Let's go with the first tier. The first tier, of course, is...
Ooh, a piece of candy. 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 Ooh, a piece of...
Your faves. All right, and that's right. It's your faves. Only your faves and nobody else's faves but yours. So only person that knows the answer to these questions are you, Alex. And if you get them wrong, well, shame on you. You don't know what you're talking about. And we know that's far from the truth. So here we go. Your favorite card game?
I don't like card games, but poker, if I had to pick one. Like, it reminds me of waiting in hospitals or waiting for, I don't know, things to happen that I'm bored of, like just being bored. So for some reason I don't like normal card games.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. But poker if you had to pick one.
Yeah, I'll play like poker, blackjack, stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, that'll work. Favorite music genre?
Music genre, is that what you said?
Yes.
Probably like classic rock, like 70s kind of pop rock stuff. Psychedelic rock I like a lot too.
Okay, very cool. Favorite cereal?
Lucky Charms.
All those marshmallows, huh?
All that sugar.
Favorite soda?
Dr. Pepper.
DP, the Dr. Pepper. Favorite cartoon character?
I like the land shark. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but from the old Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes and all those old cartoons. I always liked the shark, and then I liked Pepe Le Pew as a kid, but now I'm pretty sure that like the whole Me Too thing, like I think Pepe should be arrested and canceled and stuff. So
I put Pepe on when I had Rich Aquatics on as one of my transition screens, and everybody was like, "Oh man, you can't bring Pepe back." I was like, "Oh my god, like dude, we didn't think like this back when we were watching him."
I know. Yeah. Kind of rough to watch sometimes now.
Right. Surf shark, street shark. Is everyone? Are we still hearing everything clearly? I was getting a little something.
Yeah.
Are you hearing it also?
Yeah, I mean, I was hearing it, seeing a bit of a delay, but if I can't see the chats. Oh wait, yes I can. Hold on. I can. Okay, there we go. I can see some of the chat. So.
I'm getting a funny feedback off of your mic.
Off mine?
Audio, video, good. Monster Fish Gal said everything's good. Okay, loud and clear. All right, let's continue.
All right.
Okay, there we go. That's better for me. Favorite animal?
Probably a house cat. Yeah, Bengal house cat.
Very nice.
I love my Bengal.
Okay. All right. Favorite breakfast food?
Potatoes probably in any, like in any form.
Okay. So hash browns or cubes or
yeah,
okay.
I'll take any of it. I love it. All that carbohydrates.
Okay. All right. Favorite pizza topping?
I like ham and chicken and onion. Those are that's my combo. But if I had to pick one, probably just onions, like sweet onions.
Danny Weshy, I would never own an Apple phone. Thank you.
Helps you now.
Favorite movie?
Um, oh, that's rough. I like Cool Hand Luke. That's one of my favorites.
Cool Hand Luke. Oh God, I haven't heard about Cool Hand in a long time.
Yeah, that one. Dog Day Afternoon and 12 Angry Men. Those are the three that I'd probably like. They're all kind of tied. Big
Cool
Lebowski.
Hand Luke. How old are you? How old are you?
35.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm what, 6 years older than you? All right. Cool Hand. All right. I'm with it. Favorite ice cream?
Vanilla or chocolate, but vanilla.
Okay. All right. Do pineapples belong on pizza?
Someone else's.
You're not going for the Hawaiian style, huh?
No, I'll eat the Canadian bacon or ham or whatever, but
Okay.
it's already like a sweet ham usually, so it's not needed. I don't like
Got
the mushy texture. I guess that's it. The
Okay.
flavor's fine.
Favorite color?
Blue.
All right. It's still a blue thing over there. Gang gang.
Yeah, yeah. West Coast.
West Coast. Favorite vegetable?
Oh, probably sugar snap peas, like right off the vine.
Okay. All right. Pop them right off, huh?
Yeah.
Favorite fast food out there in Washington?
And it's been a while since I've really eaten much, but I do love a McDonald's breakfast. Like a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I do like that.
Okay. I can rock with that. I can do a McDonald's breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite dessert?
Creme brulee.
I've had some good creme brulee. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
I'm with
darn
it.
good.
You wanted to come out and you want them to score it right there, or
Sure. I mean, they can do it wherever they want. It's just as long as it gets handled, you know?
okay. Perfect. Uh, Favorite way to eat steak? If you
Orally?
eat steak.
Uh,
What do you
me-
What are you
medium.
anally eating steak?
Yeah.
You just
Intravenously.
absorb it.
Yeah, osmosis. Steakmosis.
There it is.
No, I like probably like a medium usually.
Okay. All right. That's the best way to.
If it's real good quality and they know what they're doing, then I'll do like medium rare. But if it's not good quality and it's a little chewy, then I usually go with medium well. So
I got you. Favorite restaurant to eat that steak?
ooh, probably I mean there's a couple of them in big cities, but the Met Grill, if Metropolitan Grill, if folks know what that is, and then Benihana's, if that doesn't
If
suit
you
your needs.
have the money and so blessed to go
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. They got one in Hawaii still. They closed the one in Seattle, but I think there's one in LA still, one in Chicago maybe.
We have
Yeah.
a place that prepares the food in front of you called Kobe's Steakhouse.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've got one of those too with the same name. I wonder if it's the same chain or same owners. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely had that before I left Orlando from the Aquashella.
Oh,
Steak was
nice.
prepared perfect. Didn't need any
Yeah.
no sauce and nothing. It was ready to go.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Favorite pasta or pasta from where? Depends on where you're from.
Yeah, pasta. I like spiral mac and cheese or like any of the like goofy ass like SpongeBob or Spider-Man like Kraft macaroni and cheese. It just tastes better. The cheese blankets it better. Goes better with my chopped up hot dog slices. You know.
That's old school. You eat pasta like a third grader.
Yeah, that's right. It's what I cook myself, you know, a good chunk of my life. That's what I fed myself. That was like a fancy meal for me growing up.
Nice little comfort food.
Yeah.
Favorite shoe brand? Favorite shoe
Puma,
ever?
Puma or Tiger.
Okay.
I really like. I had one pair of Tiger shoes that were really great. But overall, like Pumas fit my feet the best, probably.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
rock with Puma. I got a nice pair of classic Pumas. Oh, they're in the garage. Yeah, I love them. I can just slide them right on. They pretty much almost go with everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're slick.
Uh, favorite scary movie?
I mean, E.T. because if he could be good, he could be evil as hell. I just thought that the alien is a baby. Like he's just working on his abilities. As an adult, maybe they can destroy worlds with the finger. So that movie always creeped me out as a kid. E.T. really scared me as a kid. But I mean, like typically scary, I guess I'd probably go with uh Silence of the Lambs.
Hmm. Psychological thriller type style.
Yeah, the gore doesn't really like I've lived a life and gore doesn't really do much for me other than just remind me of some stuff I've seen and like it's just kind of like not it doesn't do anything other than just kind of like well that's gross and the psychological stuff I like more like if it's theoretically plausible that a situation could unfold, that's what I like a lot more than the ones that are like, oh, some dude's just murdering random people with a chainsaw the whole movie, you know? So
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wait, really, Danny? E.T. was originally supposed to be a scary movie about alien invasion, but they changed their mind near end production, therefore it still has some dark tones. Is that for real? Because I picked that up since I was a kid, and I've been trying to tell everyone that ET's scary, but everyone calls me a weirdo.
No, I too thought ET was kind of on that, and also the Goonies guy.
Yeah, that's kind of dark movie
That's
too.
like for your first time to see somebody like misfigured like that. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on? I'm not going outside anymore.
Plus, you're kind of like, well, what are they doing? Keeping them in the basement? Like,
Right, they
they
got them locked in, and
yeah, some like Pulp Fiction undertones going on there.
oh my god, oh, Pulp Fiction. Favorite cake?
I like a red velvet with buttercream. That's probably my favorite.
Oh my god. Hey, we can hang together, bro. The buttercream is the thing that sets it all the way off, though. Straight,
Oh
it got to be
yeah,
that buttercream.
yeah, for sure. It's like not too sweet, but just like rich. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Okay,
I
that's a
hate that
favorite.
like sickly sweet frosting though.
God, cheesecake of any kind. I like that
Yeah,
too. But
I
yeah,
like that too.
what's your favorite pie?
My favorite what?
Pie. I said it
Mmm.
like Eric Cartman.
I got it. I
Like
got
your
it the
pants,
second time. Give me my pie. Um, I like apple pie, honestly, like a caramel apple pie if someone's gonna
Okay.
make it fancy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Favorite car?
Ooh, I've still since I was a little kid, Dodge Viper, the Venom edition, like the 1993, man. That was my little dream car as a kid, or growing up.
My dad had a '77 Pontiac Trans Am T-top, red bucket seats.
Nice.
Dope. It was a dope car.
You want to hear something crazy that probably like now I kick myself over, but my dad bought I think it was like an 84 IROC and it was like a limited edition one and the T-top also. And he brought it home for me when I was like 15. He got it for like $2,000 or something and it needed work, but he's
Right,
like, I
right.
got you this car. And at the time that was like just not a classic at all. It was just like a 12-year-old or 15-year-old car or whatever. And I was just like, I don't want this. Like my insurance will be insane. It gets like 8 miles to the gallon, and I need a mullet to drive it, you know, at that point in time.
You were thinking that at 15 about your insurance?
Yeah, because so the first car I bought
You
was
are a
before I could
turbo nerd.
before I could even drive the first car I bought it at 13. Like I saved up with paper route money and all this other stuff, and I bought a 1967 Ford Mustang 289 fastback, and worked on it and got it all ready for the time for when I was 16. And the insurance was like, I don't know, back then even it was like almost $300 a month just for being a teenage guy in a car with no seatbelts and that age. So then I traded it in for a freaking Honda Civic that had 82 horsepower.
You know, I always wanted a Kit that Michael Knight drove. And I want to say that McDonald's and the Happy Meal sold the one where you put the key in the back of it, and when you twist the key, it shoots off.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
McDonald's used to give good toys. Like
They
their
did
toys
have some dope toys. Remember the McNuggets? You could just get all the McNuggets gang, and they would fit in a little McNugget container.
Do you remember when that Batman movie came out? It was like it might have been Batman Forever, but they had the mugs and the glasses that like had all the Batman characters on them. I remember that being a big deal.
I remember they had BLT. It would come in that long container, and you would just kind of flip it onto each other and eat it from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see. Favorite place to put a piercing?
My wrist.
Really?
So I worked as a tattoo artist and piercer for off and on for 15 years. I'm trying to see if you guys can. There you go. You can probably see those in the light. But I actually had barbells going 2 inches through my wrist, right here. One there, one there, one there, and they were on both sides. You hear this one healed better. There's just a dot there and a dot there. But on this side, they got ripped out at a concert. But before I'd seen anyone do it, I just since I was hanging out with piercing people in Seattle, which is pretty liberal, I ran a surgical needle and IV line through there, left the IV line in, and then put a barbell that was custom made that was bent. And so I had these piercings on my arms, and it freaked everyone out, like constantly, which I kind of got a kick out of at 20 years old.
Oh, snap. Kara C says, I have some of those mugs and a couple Disney plates and cups, as well as the Garfield mug collection.
Oh, yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah, put that in the same box as your Beanie Babies.
Straight up. Favorite Winnie the Pooh character?
Eeyore, man. That's me. Not really, but like it can be some days.
Hey Eeyore, how's it going? Not really thing going on right now.
Just my tail's falling off.
Just kind of hanging out.
I have this theory that they based that dude on The Office, his character, off of Eeyore, the black dude on The Office. Can't remember his name right now. But
the one that works in the warehouse, Craig.
No, not that one. The older guy who's in the.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name too. But the
he gets a little more lively in the later seasons, but like the first few seasons, he's very monotone.
He'll say his quotes from behind his paper or something while he's reading. He'll just say, quip or something. Favorite day of the week?
Mondays. I like Mondays.
All right. And favorite department store?
Probably I mean, does Best Buy count?
We'll take it.
Yeah, probably that. I can't afford anything usually, but I'm always there like, oh, I want this and this and this. I didn't have a damn thought in my head about anything I needed other than like a memory card when I walked in. And when I walk out, I need like 40 things.
All right. Well, you done teared up. Here you go for your second level.
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come. This or that. This or that. This. Yeah, we're back. You can get with this. Or you can get with
It's either this or it's either that.
That's right. It's either this or it's either that in the second tier of the hotspot. Here we go. Thin or thick crust?
Thick.
Yeah. Android or Apple?
Android.
Apples or oranges?
Apples.
Cali or Florida?
Ooh. Florida just for the fish. That's the only reason.
Okay. All right. East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast for the nature.
Okay. North or South?
South for the nature and fish.
All right. Pie or cake?
Cake.
Silver or gold?
Silver.
Silver or platinum?
Silver.
Cash or credit?
Cash.
City or country?
Country.
Rice or noodles?
Oof. Rice. I could eat rice the rest of my life.
Brown or white?
Brown.
Okay. All right. Fried or not fried?
Yeah, fried with like an egg in it. Yeah, that's where it's at.
Beautiful. Spring water or purified?
Spring water.
Dark or light liquor?
I mean, what would scotch and whiskey be considered dark? I guess. Yeah.
Dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark or light chicken?
Ooh. Usually light, but if it's made right, dark. I mean, but usually light.
Dark or light women?
Huh. Either.
Cup or glass?
Glass.
All right. On the rocks or straight up? What up, boss?
Straight up.
Okay. All right. Prefer a club, bar, or a lounge?
Ooh. I would say I like little town dive bars where you can chat with the locals and stuff.
Okay.
But for the like comfort sake, like a lounge is probably ideal if it's in your hometown, you know? Like I'd prefer that probably.
Sure. Coming in from the chat, Africans or South American cichlids?
Probably the Central and West African cichlids, yeah.
Okay. All right. Rather drive in, fly in, or take a train in?
I like trains. I mean, I love road trips too. If I've got the time though, yeah, a train, then I don't have to do anything, but it's still kind of like a road trip.
Sure. Sure. Beach or mountains?
Oh, probably the beach.
Cruise or a train trip?
Cruise. Although I've never been on a cruise, might be real claustrophobic, but I feel like I give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been on one either. I would love to try it though.
Yeah, I took a ferry to Alaska once, and you could camp on the deck, like up above, like under the stars. It was during summer, and this guy on Craigslist paid me to take his car up to Alaska and drop it off. And the ferry from Bellingham, Washington, up there is like 3.5 days each way, and it's a pretty sweet trip. And it was only like I don't know, $140 or something, like round trip.
Dope.
Yeah.
From the chat, Guppy or Endler?
Andler.
All right. And beach, because you can't see females in the mountains.
Yeah.
From the chat, indica or sativa?
Oh, indica.
I'm going to roll with sativa.
That's my wife. Yeah.
Disney World or Universal?
I don't know. I haven't been to either, but probably Universal. I like their properties more. I mean, I like the stuff they own probably better. Although now Star Wars is, I don't even know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Universal. If I lose weight and I can ride the rides, Universal Studios. If you're watching, out of these 183 people, make the rides for big guys over 6 feet. Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's lame. Usually it's like, you got to be over 4'10" or whatever to ride, But the upper
I'm way
limit,
over that, and I wasn't able to ride. Like my whole shoulder couldn't get into the Harry Potter joint. I was pissed. That's a whole thing.
I'm 6 foot, but I'm like semi broad as well. Just kind of fat too, and like even the movie theater or the airplane, like they don't make anything big enough. Like if you're over like 5'8" or 9, like you're cramped.
Yeah, it's all bad. Yeah. From the chat, DC or Marvel?
Probably DC. Yeah, probably DC.
All right. From the chat,
just because Marvel's been pounded into the ground lately.
Yeah, I'm watching Marvel now. Hit Monkey. It's on Hulu.
I haven't even seen that or heard of it or anything.
It's an assassin. He's cold, but he gets jammed up and gets set up. He gets shot in front of these monkeys, and the assassins start shooting the monkeys also, except for one. And he takes up the mantle of the assassin and has the assassin's ghost telling him, "We've got to get the people that killed your tribe and killed me too." Now this monkey is just rah, rah, rah.
I don't know why that sounds like some Wu-Tang mythology or something.
And look, the animation seems like something the RZA would do. Like it's straight up. Vampires or lichens?
Vampires? I'm a classic kind of guy.
Okay, I'm with that. Art or sports from the chat?
I'm a professional artist, so obviously sports.
Oh crap! From Daniken, Fishtoberfest or Aquashella?
Oh, don't even give me that, Kenny. You know it's Fishtoberfest. I only have to drive 3 hours. I don't have to sit on a plane for 6.5 hours and then get a rental car and whatever.
IP Man or Bruce Lee?
Oh, I would say Bruce Lee. He's from Seattle. I mean, he lived in Seattle a good part of his life. His grave is here. So I definitely, as a kid, my uncle would take me there, and we'd leave a quarter with the year he was born on. We'd wait till we found one and leave it there.
My dad was a Bruce Lee fan. IP guy is fairly new for us.
Yeah.
Krampus or Scary Leprechaun?
If it's about the movie, Leprechaun in the Hood is where it's at.
Yeah.
But if we're talking just like, thematically, the other one, I guess. So.
Yeah.
But
Caradina or Neo Caradina?
I like Neo Caradina. It's like set it and forget it. Like I've left those things outside and it's frozen and they've survived. So I like those. I don't want to have to like, change the oil on my shrimp or whatever.
Freshwater or saltwater?
Fresh.
Mermaid, top half or bottom half?
Top.
Bigfoot or Nessie?
Bigfoot. I'm in Washington. I mean, I guess it's got to be Bigfoot.
Yeah. Left or right?
Left.
San Antonio or Galveston?
San Antonio.
Brains or brawn?
Brains.
Bottom half of the mermaid tastes like fish.
Oh, it
New York
smells
or
like fish.
Chicago?
New York.
Okay. Stout or IPA?
Stout.
He's nailing these, you guys. And now back to me. I don't have anything. Rain or snow?
uh, Rain. I've been so surrounded by it. I think I'm like 80% rain after living in the Pacific Northwest my whole life.
Hmm.
It doesn't bug me. Some people are like, "Oh, it's raining. What a bummer." And to me, unless it's like 35, windy and rainy, I don't care. I'm just like, is it a one hoodie day or a two hoodie day? That's like
For sure.
my whole wardrobe out here. No rain jackets or anything.
Gotcha. Pop Tart or strudel?
Strudel.
Okay. Beer or wine?
Beer.
Daffy or Donald Duck?
Daffy.
Seattle or Vancouver?
Vancouver.
Weed or alcohol?
I would say weed for others. I'd rather be around stoners than drunk people usually, but I would say that I enjoyed alcohol more. I'm 13 years sober, so
That's
you
what's
know.
up. That's what's up. Congratulations on that. Trophius or Calvis?
Calvis.
I'm rolling with Calvis on that one too.
Yeah.
Lady or woman? Lady or woman?
A woman.
Angel or Severum?
Angels. I think Severums they're just a little too aggressive to be a good community fish. Like, unless you got a big setup and you can do like Central Americans, it's just too much for me.
Kenny or Danny?
Oh, come on. I gotta go with my boy Kenny.
Crips or Boost?
Probably Boost. Probably Boost, yeah.
Okay. Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup. I'll put that on everything.
Okay. Hard or soft?
Oh, soft. I'm a cuddly kind of guy.
All right. All right. Movie theater or stay at home?
Stay at home. Yeah. You're not
Okay.
gonna get anything in a movie theater.
Winter Olympics or Summer Olympics?
The X Games? No, probably Winter Olympics. I like the luge.
T or A?
Oof. Probably A.
So that answers the question of bum or bus.
Well, that's a tough one, you know. It's like a tie, man.
Straight up. Roman or Greek myth?
I
like
like
Greek myth.
yeah, I like the Greeks. Yeah. The Romans just kind of like hose it up. Like they just like mess up. They mess with things, and it doesn't need to be messed with. They got it down the first time.
There it is. Battery operated or inflatable? They have taken over my hot spot.
I feel like inflatable has far less chance of injury, so I'm gonna go with inflatable.
Chess or checkers?
Checkers. I mean, I don't got time for chess.
Me too.
They say it's a thinking man's game, and I'm like, well, you're thinking about chess, which is pretty useless. So, like, go do something else.
DIY or purchased already put together?
DIY.
Spicy or mild?
Mild.
He likes butts and he cannot lie. Oh my God. Earth flat or round? I'm done with you guys.
Yeah, for real. So square, everyone knows that.
All right. Bungee or hot air balloon?
Bungee.
Fried or baked?
Baked.
Burger,
No more grease.
burger or taco?
I want to say taco, but I always go for burger. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. I like new tank or new fish.
Oh man, that's rough.
I
That's the hardest one yet.
love it.
Probably a new tank because that means I get a bunch of different plants and fish later. In theory,
Skydive or scuba dive?
I'm
Bunny.
gonna go with scuba.
Okay. Rather do the dishes or the laundry?
Laundry,
Mop the floor or mow the lawn?
mop the floor.
Aliens, believe or no?
Sure, but I don't think like we'll ever meet them or see them probably. Like they either got here or can get here and can destroy us or do whatever they want with us and they'll do that or would have done that, or they're out there somewhere and then we're just too far away and that would be really sad, but I think that's the truth. Like they're probably out there but we're just too far apart unless there's wormholes or something.
Gotcha. Black coffee or cream and sugar?
Usually black.
Okay. All right. Kickball or dodgeball?
Dodgeball.
Bezos or Musk?
Well, that's pretty easy. It's got to be Musk just because like he builds crazy stuff that may be left to society. I guess Bezos does too a little bit, but I like those eccentric people in history that like just like do things just cuz just I'm going to build a skyscraper in the middle of the desert for no reason. Like great. Like if you're just going to sit on your money like Scrooge McDuck, you might as well make something interesting.
Facts. Poor and happy or rich and miserable?
Oh, come on. That's silly. I made that choice long ago.
Power Rangers or Voltron?
Oh, Voltron.
He-Man or Thundercats?
Oh, probably Thundercats.
Boy shorts, thongs, or granny panties?
Wait, what was the first one?
Boy shorts.
Oh, yeah, probably those.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Boxers, briefs, or commandos?
Boxers.
Okay. All right. Prefer the garage or a driveway?
I've never had a garage, so I'm gonna say driveway.
Okay. Text or talk or FaceTime?
Talk on the phone, not FaceTime though. It drives me nuts when people like call you at like 3 in the morning or they just have like one thing to say and they want to FaceTime and I'm like, why would you think that I'm in a like shape to want to let you see me?
It's the most inopportune time. Like when
Yeah.
you're dropping a deuce.
Yeah, exactly. And for some reason on my phone, I can never figure out how to hang up or like silence it or anything. So it just keeps going. And I'm like, I just like put it under a pillow and just pretend it never happened.
Tank tops or t-shirts?
T-shirts.
Lingerie or birthday suits?
Lingerie, I think, it's like a present. You can unwrap it still.
Okay. Foreplay or role play?
Interesting. Foreplay.
Foreplay or cosplay?
Get out of here. I'm not gonna LARP in the bedroom.
Oh my God. Bath or showers?
Showers. I haven't taken a bath in years.
Oh my God.
I wish I did, but I don't got no fancy Scarface tub or anything.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Look, and we're too big. Like, well, you at your what was that? The hotel that you were in, you were talking about the tub, and I asked you if it was big enough in there.
Yeah.
But that was like a hot tub style, right?
Yeah, that was
jets
sweet.
and whatnot.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. We did use that. Yeah, actually.
Okay. All right. Bar soap or gel?
Bar soap,
Towel dry or air dry?
towel. I mean, like for your whole body, towel.
Sure. And Walmart or Target?
You know, as much as I hate Walmart for economic reasons, like they are everywhere when you need them. And like when I'm like in a different state, I'm in like friggin' Alabama and like homesick, it's nice to know you can like walk in and find like all the things you're used to or whatever at a Walmart. But
Unfortunately, it's true. I
yeah,
hate the Walmart the way that it just has you waiting.
yeah. And
It's
the people watching is fun. Like it's usually like it's become the new general store in a lot of small towns, but it's also destroyed those towns' economies. So I hate the place, but I like the energy that it's like sucked everyone there. It's like a
right.
black hole.
Wet spot or Dan's fish?
Ooh, probably still the wet spot right now. They still have, but I mean, I think I like Dan as a human being. If I had to compare the institution and the human being for like kindness and helpfulness, definitely Dan. But the selection's still better for the time being at Wet Spot.
And
And the
Spice
price is good.
Girls or Pussycat Dolls?
I don't know that second one. So
Pussycat
Spice
Dolls
Girls.
are the "Don't you think your girlfriend is hot like
Oh,
her?"
yeah, that's like when I
That
was
had
in.
Nicole Stringer.
I think I was of an age where that was like for little kids and tabloids, like one or the other. But like Spice Girls, I remember I thought they were hot and that their music was annoying. Like that was like the age for me where yeah, I was like a teenager when they were winding down, I think.
Gotcha. Last but not least,
This is a fill in the blank.
And it's a game called Fill in the Blank.
You heard him. Fill the blank in.
all right, this last one is the last tier of the hotspot. It is called fill in the blank. So all you have to do is fill in the blank. The perfect online handle for me is
Talk to me nerdy now.
Talk to Me Nerdy. I like it. All right. All right. If I was a dog, my name would be
Rough.
RUFF or ROUGH.
GH.
My best friends describe me as blank.
Not there.
My parents should have named me
Jaden, Caden, Braden, or Aiden.
the excuse I use to get out of jury duty is
I was involved.
I have an excessive amount of
Not body hair.
not body hair.
Yes.
So all of it is here and then clear all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all blonde too. Like this stuff's like brownish taupe and the rest is like clearish blonde. No, I have excessive amount of fish and music.
If I had a blank wall to graffiti, I would put what on it?
I used to be actually that's how I got my job as a graphic designer and how I started doing murals for a living and everything was I got caught spray painting a wall when I was about 17 and the lady whose property it was, even though it was an abandoned lot. She was
God,
there. She
a
caught
menace
me.
to society.
Yeah. And she hired me though to do her latte stand after she saw what I did on the side of her abandoned like warehouse. So I would say now I'd probably do something having to do with fish, but I used to like not tag, but I'd do big pieces with Soma as my tag.
Very cool. Similar to big Afro guy that does the paintings, Bob. What's his name?
Oh, Ross.
Yeah, Bob Ross.
Yeah.
And what we have right here is a pretty little bush. And don't tell
Happy little
anybody that bush is there.
Yeah. We love painting them bushes.
Yeah,
Happy little trees.
yeah. Oh, the job I would be absolutely horrible at would be
Anything anything where I'm sitting at a desk all day, like pushing papers of any sort, like just like a 9 to 5 in a cubicle desk office job, I can't do it.
like a call center or something like that.
Yeah, that's my health. I can't do it.
When we get off YouTube, um, j- j- working with Jigsaw, working with Jigsaw. If you stay backstage, I'll play it for you.
Okay. All
It's
right.
hella funny.
All right.
Hella fun. The hardest thing I've ever had to say no to was
Um, that's actually a really interesting question. I mean, that's a really tough question. I had I had a situation where somebody offered me a whole lot of drugs for free because they were getting out of the game, and it was when I was still craving. And I mean, like 15 grand worth for free, and I turned it down. That was
Hey,
pretty tough.
that's super big, man. That speaks volumes.
And then I was like, man, why didn't I just get it and like
Sell it.
sell it and get a car?
It's all right, because you never know what would happen if you would put your hands on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I was just like, I can't do this to other people. That whole thing. Yeah.
I've had $1 million to donate to a cause. That cause would be
Preservation of freshwater fish, probably, and their habitat right now. Obviously, I feel like humans are more important than fish, but I feel like nobody's speaking up for the fish, whereas humans, like, kind of sort the things out, like, eventually.
the most embarrassing thing I ever Googled was
Oh, whitehouse.com back in the day is a
Really?
porn site. It's whitehouse.gov. That and I remember another one when I was in like, I don't know, 8th grade. I entered Hotmail and I spelled mail M-A-L-E. Hotmail.com. And I got in trouble in our computer lab for that.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. If I could transform into any animal, it would be.
I think a cat would be pretty cool, like an ocelot or a tiger or something. Although bird, no, it'd be a bird because I'd want to like being able to fly and swim and all that. That'd be pretty sweet. Like let's say a duck. No one suspects it.
Swimming bird. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, no one suspects a duck either. Like you could get right up in people's grill and find out like secrets from CEOs or like government officials or attractive people. I mean, nobody suspects the duck.
This is true, except for Howard the duck, but he definitely known. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
If you had a personal robot, the task you would have them perform would be
Answering my wife, like whenever she has something that she needs taken care of, it would be a Roomba for her. So mostly leaving the toilet seat up, leaving cupboards open, not picking up soda cans, that kind of stuff, fixing those issues.
Yeah. Danny says blue waffles was the
Oh yeah,
thing that was Googled that was horrible. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. For the chat, who is Alex's celebrity doppelganger? And let's see if he's heard these before. Come on, Busy Fish chat. You guys been putting in stuff all night. Wild stuff.
Well, and I'm all fat now too. Like I'll probably get Louis Anderson or something.
You're not that fat. But I could see maybe the face and the
gap
mouth.
in the teeth, and yeah, I get it.
All right, Busy Fish chat. Who is Alex's doppelganger? Chris Farley? What? In a van down by the river.
I do love
Ricky
Chris Farley.
Schroeder. Okay. R.I.P. to Louis. Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see a little Ricky Schroeder. I think maybe he was a little bit blonder though, maybe, right?
Yeah.
An experience I would like again for the first time would be
probably the first time I went camping without adults, like on my own with like friends. That was pretty magical, like in high school.
okay. We're getting Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
You know what I used to always get, and it was because the movie was out, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, was Leonardo DiCaprio as a kid, not as older, but as a kid, as a special ed kid specifically. But I'd always have older women like in their 60s be like, "Oh, you look like that kid in that movie about the fat lady."
That's messed up. Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer in Game of Thrones. Okay.
I'll take it.
If you ever had a cellmate, they would name you.
Man. Annoying.
And finally,
probably like talker or something. When I get nervous, I just talk.
First thing you would do with your lottery winnings would be
pay the taxes. and then honestly, I'd probably just live life like I wanted to, but like never have to worry about like when medical bills and stuff come up, and maybe like help out a couple friends that are in a jam or whatever. But everybody who goes out and like buys a house and cars and does all that noise, they're broke in like 2 years. Like it always happens.
Yeah. They go too hard, too quick. Yeah. Sweat booty is what Aquafunk says they would call you. And Zen would like for this to be the final question. Last meal, prison rules, anything at all?
Oh man. Okay. I would definitely have a creme brulee for dessert and Dr. Pepper with the meal. And then I would probably have pork soup dumplings from like, there's a restaurant called Dim Tai Fung. It's a chain out of Taiwan. It's really good. So I'd probably do that. Probably some sort of Chinese food. Or just a really good grilled cheese and tomato soup.
I like a good grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's underrated and still very popular for me.
Yeah, it's just comforting.
Absolutely. Congratulations. You have made it through the hot spot. Tell him what he's won. Larry! Well, you didn't win anything, but we do have this for you.
Good job. Way to survive the hot spot.
That's me patting myself on the back. I know no one ever makes it through, so
Very,
thank you.
hey, very good, Alex. I appreciate it, man. This has been great. This has
Yeah,
been
thanks for having me. I know it was controversial. I know the Russians tried to stop us, but we made it.
we
You
we,
gotta
we
come on my channel sometime. We'll kick it.
all right. Hey, let me know what day and time, and I am there.
Tomorrow, 3 a.m.
Damn, for real? I did say I
No.
was there, wouldn't I?
Yeah. No,
What I get?
yeah, whatever. We'll talk whatever days work for you,
Okay.
and we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds
Right
good.
on.
Hey, chat, Busy Fish chat. Put some ones in the chat for Alex. Music, 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 hip hop, hip hop. Hey, listen, put some ones in the chat for Alex, man. Appreciate him for coming through. And he has invited me to his channel, so I shall go on and be a part of that.
I'll
Can
have to set up
anybody?
a lukewarm spot for you too.
All right, sounds good. Let everybody know what night you're on and time.
I'm on Tuesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, and Fridays it was 7:30, but I think I'm gonna keep it switched to 4 p.m. Just because personal life. And then I usually have for members, I have an episode every day of the week. For private episodes that are on peer-reviewed scholarly journal articles, and then 2 public. One that's usually like a general review of something or a species spotlight, and then another one that's more like nerdy. So
Okay. What are all your handles?
I've got a Facebook group that's the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium Facebook group, and then the Secret History Living in Your Aquarium on YouTube, obviously, and then I have an Instagram account, and it's like the secret. Like they made you keep it short, so it's like the Secret Aquarium History. I don't even know what the hell it's called. So I'm not very good at the social media part of promoting it on other platforms, but I need to get better.
All right. Well, we got these links up here, and Busy
Lori
Fish
probably
Chat.
knows better than me.
Right. Busy Fish Chat. Where are you supposed to be Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Time? Someone tell me. Someone tell me, where are we Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Time? You didn't think that you would leave without a test, huh? Anybody, somebody, 8 p.m. Central Time. Don't get quiet now, you little bastards. You tell me where you're supposed to be.
Who does number 2 work for?
The Biz at Danny Weshy. It's 8 p.m. Central Time.
Nice.
Yes, definitely go check us out at Danny Weshy's for The Matrix with Danny Weshy and The Biz. It's gonna
Right
be fun.
on. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for hanging out with us, folks, and asking questions, poking the bear.
Absolutely, man. It was so good. Let me get that heat off of you real quick, and
Oh,
then
it feels better. Yeah.
put you back in the ocean where you belong.
Yeah, I can breathe.
All right, people. Thank you all so much, and we are going to get up out of here. I will see you at the same time right here, Monday 9 p.m. But before that, Saturday 8 p.m. Any last things to say, Alex?
No, just thanks for your time, and it was fun. It was fun to not just talk about exclusively fish stuff sometimes. So
For sure. And Danny West, she said, we'll have Gina's Reef on Saturday. So be prepared for that. And as always, the best stuff is the wet stuff. And the wet stuff is the best stuff. And I'm out of here.